Hey everybody, I'm here with Dr. Allison, and I really wanted to talk to you guys today about fasting. Now I know this is a buzzword in the industry right now, but for good reason, so it definitely has amazing benefits, and so I wanted to bring her on to teach you a little bit more about it as I go through my own fasting journey. I'm on day 2 of a water fast, and I'm experiencing different things, and so I was hoping that this would be valuable for you to learn another step in your healing journey. So what is fasting?
Fasting can number one be scary, but it doesn't have to be, which is really cool because there are multiple types of fast, right? You could do partial fast. You could do Dr. Dan is outside the window dancing with Titus. You could do partial fasts. You could do something called intermittent fasting, or you could do block fasting. You can do juice fasting. You can do water fasting. But really, the question is, why would I want to fast in the first place? The cool thing is, right now, it is the #1 Googled term. So we know that there are so many people really looking into this. The big thing, there's so many benefits. There's many books being written about longevity increasing. It increases your human growth hormone. It regulates your hormones. It's really amazing. If you have any kind of a disease, whether it's degenerative or autoimmune, whatever the case is, fasting could really be an amazing tool for you. And not just to, do it once, like Giselle's going to do a 5-day fast and she'll just check that off her list. No, it's a tool for you so that quarterly or monthly or, whatever is appropriate for your health conditions, you could do that and really optimize your body's ability to function. It's really cool that stem cells are regenerated when you're fasting. So your old cells with the bad DNA and the bad memory, there's sick cells, they cannot adapt in a fasting situation. So those old sick cells are dying off, and that's why you're feeling super crappy sometimes. As those cells are dying, they release the toxins, and then you're feeling that, it just is nasty feeling. The cool thing is, when you're really learning how to do it correctly, you don't have to be totally miserable. Like Giselle is on day 2 right now, and how are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling okay. Like, I thought that it was going to be a lot harder than it is. I'm feeling this combination of hunger and fatigue, but it comes and goes. So, like, I feel okay for a few hours, and then I'll kind of get that growling in my tummy, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I really just want to eat something, but then, I'm drinking water, and after like 20-30 minutes, it's passing. And the biggest thing for me is that it was really intimidating to even start a fast. So Dr. Allison has been teaching me a lot about intermittent fasting over the last few years that I've been working for her and her practice, and so that was something that I had a little bit more exposure to from the beginning. So I started incorporating intermittent fasting earlier on, probably like a year ago, with a longer block of time to be able to eat. So that was already part of my daily routine. Now, to completely eliminate all foods for a day, 2 days, 5 days was really intimidating, because I'm one of those people that I eat everything that I can within my window, so that, I'm following the intermittent fasting guidelines. And so, I was really shocked that I'm not feeling as miserable as I thought it would be.
And because you're just drinking water right now.
Yeah, so I'm just drinking water.
No coffee, no supplements, just water.
Yeah, so, and that's something that I was really nervous about, because, I drink a lot of water anyway, but to not have food, it's definitely like a mind over matter thing. I know my mind is telling me that I'm hungry and that I need food and that I'm in this like starvation mode, but I'm fine, actually. Like, I'm not necessarily feeling like I'm starving. It's just almost like I'm bored and I want to eat something. So
and a lot of it is perspective, right?
Yeah.
So we have a very trim friend who just did a 5-day fast, and sometimes you see someone do something that you didn't think they could do it, and you're like, oh man, if they can do it, I sure can do it. It's awesome. One thing, it was really awesome. Our seminar, I believe it was about a year ago, a gentleman stood up and he said, I am on the 126th day of my fast. He said, I am not hungry. I'm down 45 pounds. And it's really cool. He actually, about a week after that, started getting hungry. And so his body was telling him to start eating. Now, we're not telling anyone, don't eat for 125 days. But what we're saying is just a little bit of perspective. If you're having water, your body is going to to adapt. Part of the fasting is literally training your body to burn fat instead of all of the sugars that we're eating. So yeah, I mean, it optimizes so many functions. It's amazing. So if we were going to give you one tool, it would be perspective.
Yeah. So something that I definitely wanted to touch on was the difference between doing like a 24-hour day fast, a 48-hour fast, and then a 5-day fast. So the reason that I chose to do the 5-day fast is because I've just been working through some different health issues over the last year, just dietary things, and then I've had the shingles virus with 2 different outbreaks. So Dr. Allison has been working with me to just go through the healing process of that, and we're also doing a parasite protocol. So my body is going through a lot. And so I'm really trying to repair any damage that has been done. And so there are great benefits of doing a 24 or 48-hour fast, but just for what I chose for myself personally, I wanted to hit the 5 days because of what we know about autophagy and how your cells, like she said, are going to regenerate after a certain amount of time. So your body is essentially starving out all of your old sick cells. And so once they're dying off, you are going to have a toxin release happening in your body. But after that point, so after day 3, day 4, your body's going to start regenerating and start creating new stem cells and basically starting to heal. So that's something that I really wanted to reach for. So I'm hoping that I can make it through 5 days. I know I can make it through 5 days.
She can do it.
Yeah, so I just wanted Dr. Allison to explain to you a little bit more about the benefits of doing shorter term fasts and how you can incorporate that within your, monthly regimen, or even if you want to plan for that on a, annual basis or something like that.
Well, so whenever we think of a 24-hour fast, if you've already entered into the intermittent fasting, you know that hopefully you'll be done with your dinner between 7 and 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is when your highest insulin levels are. And so if you are finished with your dinner, then you wait until dinner the next day. That would be a 24-hour fast. This is something that's really good for basically training your body to burn those fats, right? And you think about working out, man, it kind of sucks when you're there in the gym and you feel the burn, but you're building something. So essentially you're doing the same thing with the fast. So after you do a 24-hour fast, maybe do the intermittent fasting for another week, and then you could do a 48-hour fast. And if you have introduced enough of the fats and even like the sea salts, just balance your electrolytes, the 48-hour fast, I kind of want to guarantee you won't be nearly as bad as you thought. But again, you finish dinner, you wait 24 hours, keep going fasting, and then you can eat dinner that following day. We always recommend after a 48-hour fast to go ahead and dive right into the 4 or 5 day fast. I mean, 5 days is going to be perfect, but that's because day 3, you might feel your worst. So day 3, it does depend on everybody's body.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So day 3, day 4 could be the worst. So if you make it till day 3 or day 4, honey, keep on. You're in the home stretch, because by day 5, you're going to be like, oh man, there sometimes is a clarity that just comes over your thinking. You might have renewed energy, or I don't know, just lots of different symptoms. And then at that point, you can decide whether you want to continue. We do have a doctor at the office right now. She's on day 14 of a fast, and she is feeling clearer. She's feeling better. Just remember, you got a lot of stuff stored in there. Like, you are literally not going to wither away. People always want to know too, well, what if I'm only 5% body fat? I shouldn't fast. Actually, what happens is your body shifts, and then you start releasing more of your human growth hormone. And so Dr. Pomp always uses his wife as an example. She was super trim, but every time she starts fasting and becoming more efficient at burning her ketones, she builds muscle. And she's definitely not the only one, but I like using a female as an example because, I mean, they're... us females want to know, but what about us? Because there are some differences for sure.
Yeah, and our body composition is different, and just how we process nutrients and things like that is different than men anyway. And something that I wanted to share too is just that fasting as a whole, as a concept, is nothing new. So fasting is something that's incorporated in a lot of other cultures, a lot of other religions. It's been mentioned since biblical times, and so I just thought it was funny that you in other countries they might think it's bizarre that we're eating 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. We have this snacking concept, and then people here in the States might think, well, why are you not eating for a day? That makes no sense to me at all. So this has actually been a really humbling experience, just to know that I do have food in the fridge, I do have food in my pantry, and I'm making a decision not to. And so this has just been kind of an evolution of perspective, like Dr. Allison said, just knowing that my body is designed to do certain things and has the ability to do certain things, and just kind of pushing myself through it and seeing what my body's capable of and my own healing potential. And letting food go bad in the fridge.
No.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so
That's awesome.
that was cool.
Yay, so hope you guys got some great information. Look forward to the new year. We're going to be doing some really cool group fasting with some detailed coaching. And I mean, I came home super fired up about it. We've got resources and journals so that you can keep track of things and continue your health journey.
Yeah, and if you're not local to Dayton, that's cool. You can find our resources online, freedomfamilychiropractic.com. We may have other resources or connections in your area, so feel free to ask. And yeah, I just wanted you guys to meet her because I talk about her a lot, and she is a real person. So
I'm a mom with messy hair, and I went and voted today. So
yep. So hopefully we'll do some more videos like this for you guys, and you can learn a little bit more about how to take control of your health. And since I've been sharing this whole fasting journey over the last few days, just wanted to give a little bit more explanation as to why and the benefits. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Okay.
Bye.
See you. Bye.